IVM.
$100. That's all it takes to begin your journey with Bitcoin and Ethereum. No, really. With CoinSwitch, you can start investing in over 100 cryptocurrencies with just 100 rupees. On top of that, there are zero charges for deposits and withdrawals, so you can trade, buy, sell, however and whenever you want. All of this, plus their extremely intuitive interface, makes CoinSwitch the perfect app for beginners in the crypto space. But don't take my word for it. Just download CoinSwitch for free and try it out for yourself. If you'd like more information on cryptocurrencies, tune into A Show About Crypto with me, Rohan Joshi, my new adventure on IVM Podcasts. CoinSwitch, kuch to badlega.
God, the year is ending. How many of you all said this about this year and last year? I mean, okay, I get it. The last 2 years have been kind of crazy because of this pandemic. But how many of you all said this about 2019, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, and I can count backwards all the way till the beginning of time. How many of y'all have made it a habit to say hello December by saying, "Thank God the year is ending"? Hi, I'm Chetna. I'm your favorite positive action coach, and this is Say No to Drama. Since we are in December and we are 2 weeks away from stepping into 2022, I thought it apt to call us out on this reflex action, this reflex behavior that we have. Why is it that every year ending, this last month starts with this sigh of relief, like some big burden is being lifted, or as if in the coming weeks you're going to be given a magic wand that's going to open up Aladdin's cave? I mean, every December, there ain't no genie who comes knocking on your door that you think 2022 or 23 or 24 or the next coming years are going to be magically different. The only way a year is going to be different is if you do something different. But then again, asking you to make an effort is like, I mean, why bother, right? If I ask you this right now, right after you say, "Thank God this year is ending," if I just asked you, okay, I'm hearing that this year wasn't the best for you. Fair enough, it can happen, happens to all of us. But what is it that you're expecting from the next year? What do you want? What should be different? Now, I know many of you will reply by saying, we want Corona to be gone. We want this pandemic to end. But we both know that's just wishful thinking. So essentially, you are cursing this year because you want to indulge in wishful thinking. You want to indulge in these I wish conversations instead of facing reality and working around reality to make the most of your days, because that's just a better way of living. I mean, I don't quite get it. It's just silly. Think about it. Sure, I can tell you to do a whole bunch of gratitude practices. I mean, that's like the trend word, isn't it? So I'll tell you to sit down and just keep saying, thank you for this and thank you for that and thank you that you saved me from this and thank you that you saved me from that, and, write these letters to the universe. You can do that. However, if you don't mean it, if that sense of appreciation, if the whole act of looking back with gratitude is not going to fill you up with a sense of hope and a sense of joy, then it's kind of a waste. And then that only says that you'd just rather look back as an angry, resentful person, as Mr. or Madam Cribbity Pants. That's it. It's just a habit, isn't it? It's just a habit to come into December and say, "Oh, thank God this year is ending. I can't wait for next year to begin." What exactly are you going to do next year? Huh? What is so special that you are going to do next year? I'd like to know. You know what? DM me. Please DM me on Instagram. My handle is Positivity Angel. And if you send me stuff that's really inspiring and stuff that even I'd like to look forward to for you, I will share it on my stories. Maybe we can inspire a few other people to also look forward with a sense of hope, a sense of purpose, and a sense of mission. 2020 was hard for the entire world, except, of course, for the animals. Yes, the wild animals who completely came out to play while we were all locked in. There's a certain documentary that you should be watching. And I know that 2021 started with all of us in some parts of the world, especially here in India, heaving a sigh of relief and thinking that, oh, it's all going to go back to normal. But like I tell a lot of my clients, you can never go back to something because that time has gone, life has changed. You can go forward towards something, and that something can be a newer version of what was. Yeah, I just spoke a mouthful of words. You might have to rewind and listen to that piece again. However, moving forward, if you are going to curse this year and the year before, do it because you genuinely had a very, 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 very tough year. Don't do it because it's a habit. Don't do it because that's what you do every December, and that's what you said about 2019, 18, 17, 16, 15, and so on and so forth. Also, don't do it because you want to go back to a time in the past, a time that's long gone. Don't waste your energy in looking back unless you're looking back to pick up certain lessons and tools that are going to help you move forward. And as far as looking into 22 or 23 or 24 or the years to come, what do you want from the year that lies ahead? No, I'm not talking about resolutions. I'm not asking you what you are going to change. I'm asking you, what do you want to experience in the years that are to come? Take 2022, for instance. If you're going to say, thank God 21 is over, then you better be able to also say why. What are you looking forward to in 22? What do you expect from the year? And then make sure that you take stock of reality. Not what you think is real, not the reality that's running in your head, but the one that's out there actually happening, which means that there's another variant of this virus out there right now. And in the coming years, there might be more, which means that there will be different vaccinations and booster shots and some other medicines that are going to come out. We may or may not normalize corona in the next 5 years or the 3 years or 2 years. The way that you work may never go back to how it used to be, but it will move forward to a newer version of what it once was. I mean, everybody will adapt. Life and the world itself is adapting. How you ate out, how you partied, how you spent time with friends, how you dated, what you did in your relationships, everything evolves. It evolves anyway. It does not need a pandemic to evolve. It evolves anyway. People evolve. And so when you curse this year, when you heave the sigh of relief that this year is over, also follow it up with what you are expecting from the next year. Let the universe know what you want. Also, when you let the universe know what you want, be clear about what you are willing to do. If you want to live a certain reality and you aren't willing to do what it takes, the universe cannot help you. On that note, guys, on that truth bomb, I'm going to head out of here. And I hope that you guys can think about what was so bad in this year that you are cursing it or you're heaving this sigh of relief. And I'm not saying that things weren't bad for many of us. Possibly they were. But are you really feeling a relief and feeling this sense of hope washing over you? Or is it just a bad habit that you are indulging when you say, thank God, the year is ending? If you guys want to listen to my previous episodes, and there are lots of life hacks for you, especially those related to moving forward, looking forward, finding purpose, understanding what you want, being willing to do what it takes. It's all available on the IVM Podcast app and website. And you can connect with us on Instagram and Twitter. Our handle is IVM Podcast. You can also connect with me on Instagram. My handle is Positivity Angel. I look forward to hearing from you.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. From Jeff Bezos to Amitabh Bachchan, everyone has tasted failure, but they don't give up. On Probation Se Promotion Tak, Abhinav talks about failure and how to use it as a stepping stone towards your goals. On a show about crypto, Rohan and Jasprit Bindra, founder of the Tech Whisperer, debate whether blockchain could be considered socialist in nature. On The Longest Constitution, Priya Mirza sheds light on untouchability in the workplace with the help of Article 17. Witness the liberation of Bangladesh in the season finale of War and Warriors as narrated by Air Vice Marshal Arjun Subramaniam. And on Audiogun, Kedar is joined by writer Himali Kothari. They talk about Project 87. This project focuses on English language plays from India. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Go check out our YouTube channels. We go live on a whole bunch of different things. We have a number of different channels. You can find them on ivmpodcast.com/YouTube. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week: Cred, Bank of Baroda, CoinSwitch Kuber, Intel, and Oxfam India. Thank you for making this possible.
Eventually, you'll see the end of your childhood,
Get accustomed to womanhood.
enjoy the experience of sisterhood,
Might get to wifehood
or not, choose motherhood,
or not. You'll learn to define your personhood.
earn a livelihood,
Change the neighborhood.
and get rid of the falsehood that life post-academia is easy.
So join me, Natasha,
And me, Ayushi,
on a journey from station starting point.
to station, what now?
Next station, Pudin station, and hopefully, Agla station, adulthood.
Fresh episodes out every Thursday.